Hi everyone, this is Mrs. Woelders, and I'm so excited that you've joined us again for another review and intro. I know it's been several weeks, many weeks, since I've actually seen your faces, and I look forward to possibly seeing them in June. But I also wanted to introduce to you, before we get on with all the different things I'd love to tell you about updates, as well as this past week and next week, I would love to introduce to you two wonderful people. Okay, they're not really people, but here we have is Hammy. Hammy is our stuffy. He is huge, he is massive, and he wanted to join us today. Okay, maybe I wanted him to join us today because he's so nice and fluffy. And then we have our mascot here, Snowball. And Snowball is right here. He is here to join us, and we love Snowball because he just has some lovely jokes for us. He is such an easygoing bunny. We've had him for many years, and I just thought it would be nice for him to make a lovely appearance on today's video, because we love hearing his jokes, and he's just so cute, aren't you? You're just so cute, aren't you? Mwah! Okay, I like him too. There you are. Can you say hi to the whole class? I think he's a little quiet right now, but he might tell a joke in a bit, so it'll be fun. Okay, we'll tuck him away over here so he can be our co-host. And while I share a little bit about some updates. Okay, let's prop him up. He probably wants to talk a little bit into the mic, so you might hear a few nibbles, okay? Well, I hope that you all had a wonderful Mother's Day weekend. I hope that you got to spend some time with your family and you got to celebrate your moms. And this last week was week 5. And yeah, it's been a great week. Great week. I hope that you enjoyed spending time with your family, with your siblings. Maybe you got to go outside a little bit too. There is an announcement I have to make. As you know, our premier has announced that as of June 1st, students are welcomed back to elementary schools, kindergarten to grade 5, and you'll be coming back on a part-time basis. Details are still yet to follow, but I'm really looking forward to seeing you if you're able to come to the school. If not, and you have family situations or there's other reasons, then hopefully I'll be able to connect with you another way. Be awesome. So I'm still looking forward to June. June's just a couple weeks away, and hopefully the weather will get better and better and better. Awesome, and I'm going to look forward to seeing your My Blueprint posts in the coming weeks. Well, our cookbook is available. So right now, if you go to woeldersworld.wordpress.com, you will get to see a tab that says cookbook. So I've uploaded all of the breakfast and lunch, and I'm still working through the dinner dessert bonus recipes, which I am in the middle of marking, and I'm looking forward to continuing to upload those. So when they are all done, then you will get to see them. So definitely check out the cookbook, and you might want to try out somebody else's recipe. And if you didn't get a chance to submit your recipes, then yeah, just definitely add them to the collaborative document. And then what you can do is just make a message or a mention on My Blueprint to me so I know, and then I'll add yours. Okay, awesome. Messages in My Blueprint. Okay, I just mentioned My Blueprint. I can message you, and you guys can all communicate back to me. So I am going to be starting to connect with you individually about some assignments that you may have missed, and so you want to make sure that you're checking My Blueprint quite regularly, because I've given some awesome feedback for the work that you've submitted, and there are a few students who are still a little bit behind in their My Blueprint work, but maybe there's a reason for that, and that's cool. But if you could just make sure you're checking your My Blueprint messages and comments from me, then we can communicate. So that would be awesome, okay? So I don't always have to go through email with your parents. Okay, I think we are ready for Snowball's joke. Snowball, are you ready? Hey, should we put you into a separate screen so you can share with all the boys and girls your joke? Because it would be awesome. What do you think? Do you think you'd like to tell a joke today? I think he does. So, with that being said, Snowball, you can take it away.
Podcast. I hope that you enjoy this new joke. Who's there? Lettuce. Lettuce who? Let us in. We want to talk to you. Ha. 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 Well, I hope you enjoyed our joke today.
Well, I have to say, that was a really funny joke. Thank you so much for sharing that joke with us. And I'm glad that you're part of our video today, because it's nice to have you here. And it's nice to have Hammy here too. So we'll just continue to have him right here, right by the mic, helping me out. Awesome. Okay, so let's talk about the week in review. So last week was week 5, and there were a few things you had to do. So you had Miss Chue's video. You had Miss Chue's work to do on Monday. And then you listened to the COVID-19 Ed podcast on Tuesday. Well, and optional on Wednesday and Thursday. And on Wednesday, you listened to Christy Watson on her Chapter 2 Living Rough book. So I hope that you enjoyed listening. Friday, we have a Pro D. So today, I'm going to be doing some professional development. So you didn't get any work from me today. But for listening this week, I hope that you enjoyed listening. We did focus a lot on resolution and solution. What is that? So that means that when there's a problem, what happens? How do the characters solve that problem, or how does that character solve that problem? So over the last couple weeks, we've learned quite a bit about storytelling. We've done the storytelling unit. We will continue to do that. Listening to stories is important. Understanding what the beginning, middle, and end is. Learning a little bit about character, setting, plot. Learning a lot about what happens when there's a problem, and then how do the characters solve it. So we've been developing these skills over the last several weeks, and I hope that you've enjoyed the COVID-19 Ed podcast. We will continue to be working on different skills. This coming week will be an interesting skill, and I'll tell you about that soon. So we also had mathletics last week. Now, with mathletics, I now have allowed, or last week, I allowed for anyone to go into the dashboard and explore, and then just make sure that they've done their assignments. So it wouldn't have been locked, okay? I explained that last week, and this coming week is a catch-up week. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna figure out which assignments you're missing, and then they will be locked. So you'll have to try to finish those assignments before you move on to other parts of the dashboard. Now remember, there are other parts of the dashboard, and I think that you'll enjoy the problem solving section as well. So there's the explore and learn, and I think that you will be able to maybe explore some of those problem solving aspects. So make sure you check out the other parts of the dashboard. So if you don't have any catch-up work to do, just play around with athletics. Work ahead, maybe work behind too. You can also go back and improve your scores. So next week will be a catch-up week, which will be awesome. Okay, and what you should have done is you should have finished the multiplication and division and have done the test last week. And some of you may have not, so that'll show up for this catch-up week, okay? We have the code.org. Thanks to Saju, he has created a beautiful YouTube video, And he's going to continue to create YouTube videos. So that is part of your problem solving as well as your ADST curricular focus. So keep on working on this code.org, and there's a soft deadline at the very end of May, which is awesome. So keep working through it, and for those that are finished their mathletics, then focus on the code.org because that's what you want to do. Awesome. Okay, and then last week we also worked on honesty. Honesty, and what honesty is, telling the truth. So I hope that you enjoyed those YouTube videos and you were able to get some physical activity. Okay, now we have talked about week 5 in review. Now we get to talk about week 6, an intro. So, an intro into week 6. Snowball, are you ready? Are you ready to share about the next week? I think he is. I think we are. Hammy, are you? Okay. Awesome. So, next week, well, Monday is a holiday, so you're not going to be getting anything from Miss 2A. So Monday is off. And then we have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So we're going to be adding a few things, which will be awesome. So first of all, we have 2 more weeks in May. We are going to be starting a celebration of learning. At the very top of the day plan, you will see celebration of learning, and there will be a link that you will get to explore to tell you what the celebration of learning is. So a celebration of learning is the idea of the fact that you have to show me something that you learned this school year. Now, it really can be anything. It could be maybe piano at home. It could be dribbling a soccer ball. It could be creating a craft. Maybe you've baked a cake, a chocolate cake for the first time. Maybe you're into hiking and you've accomplished a mountain. I don't know. You get to choose something that you learned. And then what you get to share is you get to share what are you going to do with your learning? So what's the next step? So for example, if somebody has learned about storytelling, that's interesting because we've been working on storytelling, then you can share with me your story, and then you can share with me what did you learn, and you can share with me about what are you going to do with your learning. So I am going to show you a demonstration, but he's also going to share about what he learned and also what he's going to do with his learning, okay? And he's going to share a little bit about, about what he wants to do with what he's learned. So the hope is that sometime between now and the end of May, May 29th, a Friday at noon, you will upload a video, image, document, audio file, anything that you would like to showcase your learning, okay? And then that's going to be a piece for your report card, because we need to address a core competency, which means it's something that as teachers we have to focus on. A core competency is 3 aspects. We have personal, social, we have communication and thinking. And we're going to be focusing on communication. So this is an opportunity for you to communicate your learning to us. So make sure that sometime between now and the end of May that you do that. So with that being said, I'm going to now show you a demo of my son, of what would be an example of what you could submit. Okay, James, it's your turn now. Take it away. Okay.
Hello.
The question is, what did you learn this school year?
This year, during quarantine, I've been learning how to do a backflip. If you do not know what a backflip is, then you know what a back tuck is.
Cool. And what are you going to do with your learning in the future?
In the future, I'm right now trying to teach some other people how to do backflips. And maybe eventually I'll be able to do on the ground.
Good. And can you show us your backflip now? Cool. And let's see if you can do it one more time. Awesome. Nice job, James. So, once you have your document, your poem, your story, your video, your picture of your art, maybe it's something that you created, a cake, you choose, then you need to make sure that you drop it in the celebration of learning activity that I made on my blueprint, okay? So when you're done, you want to make sure that you submit that in there rather than a journal like we've normally been doing. Awesome. Now, just so you know how the boxes work or how the activities work, I guess you could say, I've also created another activity, and the other activity is called Week 6 Literacy Work. I'll say that again, Week 6 Literacy Work. So what you're going to do is this coming week, I'm going to give you your choice. So in the past, I've been asking you just to focus on the COVID-19 Ed podcast and Christy Watson and some other things, but we're gonna make a little bit of a variety. So the basic thing is that you are going to look at Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and you're going to choose what you would like to do. Now, make sure that you finished all your assignments on my blueprint up to today, because there's some people who are behind. But what you want to do is you can choose. So you can choose to do a journal, or you can choose to listen to the COVID-19 Ed podcast story and do the create. You choose, okay? So look on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Wednesday is Christy Watson, where you can listen to her and her chapter of Living Rough, and then you can do a story summary if you want, or you can do the COVID-19 Ed podcast. You get to choose, and then the same thing for Thursday. There's some choice with what you can do, okay? So by Friday, you are going to submit one of those activities, or one of those pieces of work, into the activity that I put in my blueprint called Week 6 Literacy Work, okay? So that I know that you've submitted something. Awesome, okay? So I'm gonna just show you and demo what that means right now and what it's gonna look like on the dashboard for those people who might be a little confused, okay? So here is what it will look like. Okay, as you can see here, we are on the main dashboard of one of our students in our class, and you can see here it says My Portfolio, Activities, My Future, Badges, and Messages. In the past, we would have gone to Add a Box, but we're actually going to go to Activities right now. So when you go to Activities, we're going to click on Activities. You're going to see two things pop up. You're going to see Week 6 Literacy Work, Start Activity, and Celebration of Learning, Start Activity. So for this week, you're going to submit one of your literacy pieces of work, and when you're ready to start uploading on, at the end of the week, you can press Start Activity, and it's going to pop up. You can add a file, add a drawing, take a photo, record a video, or add a link. Some of you may have written out your summaries. Some of you may have done a journal. So you can just take a photo if you want, or some of you might actually want to type something up. I'm not quite sure. So whatever you'd like to do, you can do that, and then you can add your media. Now, if you do decide to add a file, you're going to have to do that printed work or typed out work on a Microsoft document or a Google Doc, and then you can upload it to this, this activity, okay? So you're not gonna be able to have the opportunity of being able to type it out. If you want to press Add Drawing, then you can add drawing here, and you can do a drawing, okay? I'm gonna delete that. You can take a photo, so click on Photo, we don't need that. And then with the take the photo, you can upload that from your desktop, and then record a video. You can click on that and you can record a video. And then if you want to add a link, you can add a link possibly to maybe your own personal video that's been uploaded to the cloud, or depending on what your parents would like you to do for that. So that is just an example of what you can do with adding your media. And then next one is celebration of learning. You're going to start the activity, so you press that. Okay, and once again, same thing. So you can add a file. So if you decided to do a poem, you can add a file there. Some of you might want to add a drawing, take a photo, record a video, or add a link. So for all of these assignments, so for all these icons, you can decide on what you would like to do. Just make sure that you're answering the two questions. What did you learn, and what are you going to do with your learning? Okay, awesome. Well, I hope that this makes sense, and if you have any questions, definitely you can message me and ask me a question. You can see here, if you go to messages, I will have sent you a message, and you can reply to me. So by Tuesday, you will have a message in there saying that you have gotten all your work done, or if you need to do some work, you will find that there. Awesome. Okay, with that being said, I am going to sign off, and we are going to go back to the main screen. Hopefully, now you kind of understand what your dashboard will look like and how to submit those assignments. Okay, so just a reminder, the week 6 literacy work is going to be due on Friday at noon, but the celebration of learning will be due at the end of this month, Friday, May 29th at noon. Awesome. Okay, so with that being said, next week we also have numeracy. Okay, so mathletics right now, we're going to do a catch-up week. There's a few students that are a little bit behind, so I am going to put those assignments on your dashboard. So if you don't see any assignments on your dashboard, then you're good, you're all caught up, okay? But there will be some students that will need to catch up. The rest of you, you're working on code.org. Have fun with it. Suju has done a great job at doing a video for us, and he will be doing videos for us. But just continue to work, and I think you'll have a fun time, okay? And then we also are going to be working on empathy. And actually, our theme this week for the COVID-19 Ed podcast is empathy as well. Feeling what another person feels. And I think empathy is an important virtue these days, because without empathy, it's hard to feel what another person feels. Right, Snowball? Yeah. And I think that you will enjoy the YouTube videos. So pick 1 or 2 a day to take a peek at. And then make sure that you get outside and do some physical activity. I've given you some suggestions, and I've even added a James Kennedy website that gives you some cool activities for music. So I think you'll enjoy that, and creativity, okay? Awesome. I think that is it for now. I hope that I hope you've enjoyed this video, the review of week 5. And we now have done the intro to week 6. I know that some of you are super eager to come back to school, and I'm hoping that we can be able to connect at school. Like I said, some people won't be able to come to school, but those opportunities to connect socially will be awesome for those that are able to. And as I said, the announcement that came down today hopefully gives some of you some hope to be able to connect with each other and our class, because I miss you. And with that being said, I hope that all of you are awesome. I hope that all of you have a lovely long weekend. Enjoy the Victoria Day holiday, and I hope to connect with you soon, either through my blueprint. Feel free to upload up to maximum of 4 posts per week. You can do photos of yourself, of your family, maybe something special that you did or found or saw. That would be awesome. Feel free to send me a message. Love to connect with you. And I will be making my blueprint more of an opportunity for us to connect, because we can message each other and communicate through that. So So with all that being said, I hope that you enjoyed today's YouTube video. I hope that Snowball here, it looks like he really enjoyed it. Snowball, did you have a good time? I think he did. And Hammy here. And I hope that you have a great long weekend. Okay, until next time, stay well, and I hope that you enjoy the sunshine. Bye for now. See ya.